Okay, here we go again, YouTube. Today I am fixing my laptop. What's happened to it? The power supply where you plug it in. See, it's working now. Yeah. Well, kind of working. Yeah. It popped out, basically like this one here. See that? Yeah, it's just dangling there. You got to really kind of force it. Basically it's popped out. Yeah. Right, now I started off by detaching the screen, hoping that I'd be able to just get in between here to get it, but that didn't work. Yeah. So this is what goes on the top of there, just like that. Yeah. The way I got that off is just get my nail in between there and just prise it up, but you got to be really gentle and really careful how you do these things. Yeah. Then I close the screen down and got my nail between the back there and just raise it gently, working my way along until it came off. Yeah. All the time I'm doing it, I'm lifting it gently to make sure there isn't any screws holding it. And as you can see, there isn't no screws. It's just these clips that it clips on with. You don't want to break those neither, because remember, you've got to put it back. Yeah. Once I took it off, there's a screw that goes through here and screws down into there, and same again on this side. Screw goes through and screw onto there. Alright, if I just flip the lid over, yeah, on the bottom here, yeah, you've got lots of screws all over the gaff. Yeah. So if you take them out, just remember where they came from and what size they are, because some, like, there's a screw that goes just into here. Where is it? Just into there. Yeah. It's a very short screw. Yeah. The other screws are kind of longer, but they're all the same length. Yeah. You may have to take the battery tray out. There could be screws behind there as well, and I just heard something fall down, so this is what you got to be careful of. Yeah. Anyway, as I lift the lid off, yeah, and I carry on, as I'm unscrewing, I got my nail underneath there and I'm lifting at the same time very gently to see where it's not moving, and wherever it's not moving, I know there's something holding it. Yeah. So if you look sort of like, for example, if it's holding there and you're trying to move it and it's not moving, then you flip it over and you see if there's a screw there, and as you can see, there is a screw there, so it's got to be held on by the screw. So you undo that screw, and as you're undoing, you're prising away, so you'll feel it starts to give, and you know that's the screw. If it's not starting to give, probably the wrong screw, so there's no need to take that screw out. Yeah. Investigate further. Yeah. And just work your way around it until you eventually get to it and open it up. Right. Now I've got to this stage. I was trying to get this off, but then it's a bit here and there iffy. Oh, it's not iffy, it's a bit risky. Yeah, because I'm not 100% certain what is holding it on. Yeah, but I discovered if I lift this corner here, there's no need to undo it, because I can see what I want. And what I want is this yellow connector here. That's where my power supply goes in, and that's the one that came loose. And what had happened is, look as though it's popped out and slid its way back. So I've lifted it up, put it back in, and now what I'm going to do is just put a little glue around it just to hold it. Yeah, a bit like a bit of a reinforcement. Yeah. So there it is, that little yellow bit is where my power supply, there you go, plugs into, and as you can see now, it plugs in there nice and secure. It plugs back out nice and secure. So now I don't need to take my laptop down the shop, and I don't need to throw it away, because all I've got to do is re-secure that, put all my screws back in. And as I was saying, on here we've got two screws, one there and one there. This one goes through here, and I didn't mention the other one goes through the bottom there. Yeah. So I want to put that back together again, and hopefully show you it working. Okay, see you soon. Okay, here you are. As you can see, I've put a matchbox just in there just to hold it up. I've got my screwdriver and I've lifted out my power point connector, and if I could just raise it up again, I look on the corner. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like it's got little ridges on the corner there where it locates, yeah, because I don't want to be putting glue on it and then put it back in and the glue doesn't make contact with anything. That would be a bit pointless, yeah. So I check, lift it up, be very gentle with it as well, because you don't want to break the solder off at the back, because then you're really going to have to strip it down, yeah. And while you're at it as well, also check inside underneath. I can't show you that because I haven't lifted it out. I try not to give myself more work than I really need, yeah. To see if there's any damage, anything broken off, or the reason why it came out in the first place. Because if you don't know why it came out, you can't solve the problem. So you need to know why it came out in order to solve it, yeah. So I'm gonna crack on and fit that back. That just locates in there. So what I've got to do is pull it forward towards me and then locate it, and it should just slot in, hopefully, he says, just like that, yeah. And then put my glue wherever I think it's gonna hold. I can't put it down the front there because there's a gap. You can see that screwdriver there, yeah. There's a gap between there, the plug and the casing, so you can't glue it to the casing. So we've got to find somewhere else to glue it. So we're gonna look for that, and if I see anything else worth mentioning while I'm at it, I shall stop, mention it, and then get back to it. Okay, here we go. Okay, there you are. I'm back again, and I'm still putting it to well, let me just explain something to you, just tell you something. I fitted this back there on, yeah, but I didn't check, and once I put it on, I pressed all the buttons to, if you can see that, I don't know, let me pull the lid down a bit, hang on, bear with me, there we go, that's better. Yeah, I've put this lid back on, and then I've pressed the buttons, and as you can see, they go down, these ones, but then nothing happened with this one, so I had to take it back off again, because there's no point leaving it if it doesn't work. It does what it's supposed to do. So as I took it off and I flipped it over, you can see that one, let's turn it around, easier for me to hold. That one, you press it, you can see the movement there. So obviously that does something, that does something, that does something, and that does something. But this one's got tape over it and it does nothing, yeah? And that one does something. So I now know that when I put it on, there's no need for that to be doing anything, which I didn't before, so I couldn't let it go as it was, not knowing whether or not it does what it's doing, what it's supposed to, yeah? Another thing I want to mention to you, which I didn't mention earlier, back here we have some screws, little silver screws there, one there, one there, and one there. Yeah, so basically all you're doing is, as I said before, as you're lifting things or you're moving things, just do it gently, and if it feels like something's holding it, find out what is holding it before you force it, because if you force it, you may break it, yeah? I said about using my nail, basically all I did was get my nail in between there, just like that, to open the case, yeah? When you put it back together, just press it, and it should go back, and you'll hear it clip on. If it doesn't, when you put the screw in, the screw will pull it together, yeah? So, another thing I must mention as well, if for any reason you've dropped any screw inside here, you must get it out. You must get it out, because this is all your circuitry. All those little bits there, if I can lift it up, you may be able to see a bit better. See those? Those are all connectors or part of the circuitry, and if you put something across it, metal, it will short it out, basically blow it. So anything falls inside there, metal, if it's a bit of plastic broken off from somewhere and it's falling inside, I wouldn't worry too much about it if it's your laptop. Or it could become annoying if you hear it rattling about each time you move your laptop. But anything metal, must get it out, otherwise it's gonna short circuit and blow your laptop up. Okay, so I'm gonna crack on with fitting this back, and once I finish I'm gonna switch it on and let you have a look, see it working. Yeah, okay. Okay, another thing I'm going to mention to you, some parts, yeah, just got to show you these things as I go along with it, because I'm not 100% certain of how these things go together. I'm just finding out as I go along, yeah. On the corner of here, yeah, if you look just there, it's got a little edge on it, see that? Yeah. Now, some things slots under, something slots over, yeah. Now if that goes under, you got to make sure that goes in, which means you got to fit it in that way first and then press the back down, yeah. Also make sure that the edges here don't slot under anything. If it does, you got to get it back in, otherwise when you finish your laptop could end up looking something like that, where it won't sit down properly, yeah. Also, if you happen to fit this bit first and the other bit, if you fit them the wrong way around, sometimes they won't fit. So we've got to get that under there. Same on the other corner. Where is it? Yeah, slots it under. Make sure the front bit is located properly. Yeah, and then we press down on the back, just like that. You hear it clip? We'll put this corner back in again, just like that. We'll press down and you hear it clipping, and that's how it goes together, just as simple as that. So you just give it a good squeeze, a couple of times, go around it, make sure everything is in and everything is located the way it should be, and that's your job finito. So now I think this time I can at last switch it on and let you hear it boot up, see it boot up, whichever, I'm not sure. But I'm gonna go for it, okay? Okay, I'm here again. I said I was gonna switch it on and let it boot up and let you hear it, but there's been a change to plan. Because I've glued it and everything, I don't wanna be tugging at it by plugging it in and pulling the plug out and all that. I wanna leave it until the glue goes off properly, because all of this has taken me like, well, I don't know, 15 minutes to do. So I know it wouldn't have set properly within that time, so there's no point ruining what I've just done. So I'm going to leave it, the longer I leave it the better, let it set, and then I will try and sort it out afterwards. So there you are, your Acer laptop, how to repair your power supply, yeah, connector. Yeah, because it's not your power supply. Your power supply is this lead that plugs into your main. This is just your power supply connector. Yeah, okay.